climate crisis is a huge issue for my residents and constituents back home. I actually grew up in a neighborhood where I thought that smell and that amount of pollution was normal. And, we are now seeing every month passes, new quote, hottest month on record, this just past summer. So the horrifying truth is that our cost of climate crisis is only getting worse, no matter how much my colleagues try to ignore it. Administrator, I understand that as of last year, the GSA reduced greenhouse gas emissions from its real estate portfolio, I think by almost 60% compared to 2008 levels. Can you talk about that and what steps you all took in reaching that goal?
Yeah, thanks for that question. The good news is today there are so many more technologies and efficiencies that we can put into our buildings that have a huge impact. So I always talk about it as a triple win. It's a thing that is creating jobs in America. It's reducing costs because we're making buildings more efficient, which means lower energy costs, which means lower cost to taxpayers, and we're helping the climate. And so that is the sort of magic moment that we're living in right now. We hold properties for a long time, so it's not—
I think are we the largest property owners in the United States?
Yes. And so we hold properties for a long time, so it's a little bit different than you think if you're at home and thinking, do I put solar on the roof? Do I do my windows? Because what would the payback be? For the government, we hold buildings for a long time, so it makes sense for us to make these investments today, and when we do, it has an impact reducing greenhouse gases, but also saving money.
We know this all makes sense for our health and everything that you talked about, economy, but for my residents, it's always been about their public health and our planet that we all live in. But you can tell us, also tell us if this is also fiscally prudent. I mean, this is saving money, especially when a lot of my colleagues want to ignore the fact that this is actually increasing the cost on Americans across every corner of each of our districts when we don't address this issue. Can you talk a little bit more about, again, to kind of address folks that think we're spending, we're not, and only spending, when I know from reading and knowing what you all have been able to do, it actually has saved money for our Americans.
Yeah, we're saving money all the time. I want to give a little story about a building in Oklahoma City. It's a federal building there that was put up after the last one was destroyed, so it was a relatively new courthouse. But we did a deep energy retrofit there, and when we did, it reduced consumption by 40%. We put solar on the roof, and that meant the whole building could be run by solar. We put big batteries in, and that meant that the grid, Oklahoma Gas and Electric, can actually tap into that battery source. So we cut costs by half and made the grid more resilient. That's what being a good neighbor is about and what we can do with these federal facilities.
Yeah, and according to analysis I read, as ICF Climate Center says, fleet electrification, for instance, could save the federal government about $6 billion over the next 15 years, surpassing additional $4.6 billion it would cost to actually purchase those vehicles. So it is really important.
This is major news. There are less than 2 weeks for the American people to take action and make changes to their Medicare coverage. A few key changes will be going into effect very soon, and officials are urging seniors and retirees to take action as quickly as possible. My dear friends, I'll be sharing with you everything that you need to know, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Healthcare tends to be a major expense for seniors, and paying for it without stress often hinges on having the right Medicare coverage in place. So if you're not happy with your current Medicare coverage, you are in luck. According to the Motley Fool, right now the program's annual open enrollment period is underway. During this time, you can switch from one Part D plan to another or swap an existing Medicare Advantage plan for a new one that may offer better benefits or be more cost-effective. But there's not so much time left for open enrollment because the opportunity to adjust your coverage will conclude on December 7th. So friends, here are a couple of steps that the Motley Fool has said are worth taking between now and then, if you have not done so already. So whether you're signed up for Medicare Advantage or a Part D plan, your plan is required to notify you of upcoming changes, so you have time to make adjustments during open enrollment. If you have not thoroughly reviewed your notice of change, do so now. If you are enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan, you will also want to check to make sure that your preferred providers are set to remain in network in 2024. And while you're at it, please look into your preferred pharmacies too. You don't want to end up scrambling to find suitable care in the new year. It may be that your existing Medicare plan is not changing very much or at all in 2024, but it may be that your needs are changing. For example, if you're switching medications, you'll definitely want to take that into account when reviewing your Part D plan choices. And if you were recently diagnosed with a condition, you may want to see if there's a Medicare Advantage plan offering supplemental benefits that could make it easier to manage at a low cost. It may also be that your health has improved a lot over the past year. That too could prompt a change in your coverage. It may be that you're paying for a Medicare Advantage plan, offering added benefits you needed to use. And if that's no longer the case, there may be a less expensive plan you can switch to. Many seniors live on a fixed income and need to stretch every penny. Given that next year's Social Security increase is not going to be anywhere as generous as 2023's, making changes to your Medicare coverage could allow you to take care of your health in a more cost-effective manner. Overall, retirement has gotten harder for low-income Americans. In July, the Government Accountability Office studied the impact of tax-advantaged retirement accounts. In doing so, they found that the disparity in retirement savings between low and high-income workers between the ages of 51 and 64 grew significantly over the past several years. This means people nearing retirement today are in a tighter financial position than they were 15 years ago. According to Yahoo News, there is a Savers Credit that can help low-income workers catch up. The Savers Credit is a low-income tax credit for making contributions to an IRA or employer-sponsored retirement plan. Experts say that households can receive a non-refundable credit worth up to $4,000 based on how much they contributed to a qualifying retirement account over the past year. Since this is a low-income credit, it is worth more money the less a household makes. Given that households only received an average $187 under this credit, far less than the maximum $2,000 per individual, there is good reason to think that many people simply don't know the Savers Credit exists. So dear friends, please make sure to look into this credit. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, every Friday I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.